Hey, Bat fans, hope you're all doing well, and welcome back to Bat Breakdown. It's been a long, long time. So, as you know, I used to do Bat Breakdown where I used to look at old, forgotten Batman comic books, obscure ones, ones with new and mystery characters that might have only appeared on a one off basis. So, I thought I'd bring Bat Breakdown back, so Bat Breakdown returns, and do a bit of a watch along with Batman the Animated Series. So, watch along with me, episode 1 on Leather Wings. Let's dive into it. Starting off with that iconic 60 seconds of absolute cinema, the opening title scene. It's just one long scene. It's not broken up and chopped up into showing you various episodes and what they might be like or what's to come in the series. And that score, and the Dark Knight flexing his aura there with the lightning strike on Leather Wings. Here we go. We get a glimpse of that Art Deco style. I love how they use the Zeppelins. Here we go. The police have just seen Batwings. They've gone through the clouds to see whether they can spot with wings. No luck. Just catch a shadow of Man-Bat flying through the city. He ends up at Phoenix Pharmaceuticals. I know it's cliche, but you always get these scenes in like desolate buildings or where there's one guard walking through the night, not expecting anything to happen, just minding his own business. Here we go. You hear something? Oops, there goes the guard. So, Man-Bat's just attacked the guard at Phoenix. But the thing is, it's so great. They build up the suspense with the music. Then there's a sigh of relief from the guard. The music cuts out. Then the music comes back in when Man Bat appears. Again, we still haven't seen Man Bat. We've only seen his silhouette so far, but we do realize how strong he is. He's managed to fend off this one man guard and throw him out of a window. So the next scene is in the mayor's office. We've got Bullock, we've got Gordon, we've also got Dent, and obviously Bullock has opened his big mouth to the police from on behalf of the police to say that something's attacked this guard, and obviously he wants Batman's scalp so bad. Again, Bullock's gone over Gordon's head. That's quite interesting, actually, what Gordon says there. He's actually given away that they're moving against Batman. So here we see the typical Gordon and Batman relationship. Gordon is actually trying to protect Batman from what might happen. But the thing is, Bullock is so hell bent on taking him down. Gordon wants his own way of dealing with Batman. He says that he won't allow a vigilante squad onto the streets to try and find Batman. But Batman himself's a vigilante. And of course, Harvey Dent says if Bullock can catch Batman, he'll put him in jail. Flipping the coin, of course. Now we're back at Wayne Manor, and I just love that Art Deco way that they've done Wayne Manor. The waves crashing against the rocks into the Batcave now. Gotta love a bit of Alfred Witt there. So Batman's just reading up on the storyline of Man Bat having attacked the guard. And in typical Alfred fashion, he says, I see you've been making friends. So Batman thinks he's being framed, and Alfred's natural response is, so it's not you tossing guards out of windows. He only tosses butlers out of windows, apparently. And this is one of the great things that I love about Batman. This is the first time we're introduced to his character, and he's already on the detective footing as well. He's already been keeping track of other break-ins at other pharmaceutical companies, and he's found a pattern, or he's on the verge of finding a pattern. The first time that we see the Batmobile as well. Gotham City behind the pale moonlight there. So he's off to Phoenix Pharmaceuticals. Let's see what the Dark Knight can find. Two scientists interrupted to see wings and they assume that it's Batman. Oh, sorry, Man Bat. The police are already on the way. Batman incapacitates one of the police officers who's guarding the door that's been broken into. Wow, okay. So we get a real insight into how badly Bullock wants Batman. So as soon as he gets a whiff of Batman potentially being involved in another break-in again at the Phoenix Pharmaceuticals, he wants his squad. He wants to take down Batman at all costs. You're mine, he says. Bullock's gone out messing around. Batman's using his infrared to scope out the room where Man-Bat was involved in the break-in, looking for clues. Here we go. He's found the tape recorder that was being used by the guard to record his voiceover for a commercial that he was looking to be involved in. Here we go. He's found a fiber. But he's been so engrossed in trying to find a clue that he's not realised half the GCPD have turned up to arrest him or take him in. Any means necessary, according to Bullock. Gorn's going to have a field day with Bullock now. Oops, Bullock's gone charging in. There's apparently another break-in at another pharmaceutical company. It just shows you how hot-headed Bullock really is. Oops, Batman's taken out the task force, escapes through an elevator. Uh-oh, he's run straight into trouble again. Oops. So, Batman's cornered one of the guards. He takes his weapon from him and tells him to be quiet. He doesn't hurt him. But that, I still don't think will perturb the others from getting to him. Oops, they're gonna try and smoke him out. Uh-oh. So Bullock's task force have tried to smoke Batman out now that they think that he's cornered in a room. They've thrown the tear gas in there, and obviously there's flammable liquids also in there. It's blown up that entire floor, and Batman's been forced to save the other guard that he'd actually disarmed. It also goes to show that Bullock's task force is almost like a reflection of him as well. They're just as aggressive. And there you go. Batman with the save. And there he goes into the night. So let's just pause it a brief moment there. So far, what have we seen? We've seen that something's attacking Gotham City. We still don't know what it is. So they are still trying to build up that suspense. All we've seen right now is Man-Bat in silhouette. We know how strong he is, how powerful he is, and that he can fly. We have seen Batman straight away, but not in action, relaxed in the Batcave, detecting, doing some detective work. And obviously, we've got a first insight into his relationship with Alfred as well. And one of the other great things about this is the music, the score, they use it so well to build the tension. So here we are at the zoo. So we're off to the Bat exhibit, and this time he's going as Bruce Wayne. So I just pause it there. So it's great to see how Batman's actually using his detective mindset. He's not just using his Batman persona to get his leads and do his detective work. He's also using the fact that he's Bruce Wayne and using his influence to do the street level stuff, to build a relationship, to scope out people, which I think is absolutely amazing. So here we go. We're going to meet Dr. March for the first time. Ooh, a little hostile from the doctor. So again, Batman using his connections as Bruce Wayne to be able to analyze and take his detective work further. Obviously, he's found the fibers at Phoenix. He's brought them to Dr. March because he's an expert and to see whether he can help him. Obviously, he's concocted a backstory, which is that he might have a bat infestation. We're introduced to Francine Lang, and here comes Kirk himself. Oops, Dr. March isn't happy. So Bruce is actually now showing that, or should I say, giving them a further bit to analysis for his detective work, which is the fact that he's found the tape recording of Man Bat's interaction with the guard. There's that subtle shift when it's being played, when Bruce looks at Francine and he looks at Kirk side to side to see what they make of it. So he turns over the tape to Kirk. So he's now back at the Batcave and he's trying to analyze the sound himself. Alfred. Oh, Alfred's Way. We've gotta love it. So Batman's playing the sound of Man Bat back and he's saying, I didn't realize you'd taken up listening to rock and roll. But Bruce is again trying to do the detective work. He's trying to link it to, let's say, musical instruments. He's trying to find a sound that matches, again, detective work. Here we go, Dr. March. So Bruce is in the Batcave. Alfred's picked up the phone. Dr. March has done his analysis. And it's weird seeing or hearing Bruce Wayne speak whilst wearing his Batman costume and not in the dark, grizzled voice that we normally associate with Batman. It's brilliant how he can flip between the two personas so quickly. So let's see what Dr. March has got to tell Batman. So it's just common brown bats, and the sound are starlings and brown bats. He flips straight back into Batman mode. So Batman's immediately suspicious of Dr. March and his analysis. So he's now taken what Dr. March has told him about starlings and brown bats and to see whether they originate from either. But no, he immediately says that Dr. March is lying. So he knows that something's not right. He's seen the man and now he's seen his work. Oops, someone's burning the tape and the hair fibers, but we don't see who it is. So immediately we're on suspicious grounds and we think that Dr. March is the man behind all of this. Oops. So we've just seen a shadowy figure take something, and Batman is now sneaking up behind him. And the vial that's been taken by the mystery man is from Phoenix Pharmaceuticals. Oh, Dr. Langstrom hears a noise and he sees that Batman is there. He's asking about Dr. March. Oops. So this is now where the truth is beginning to unravel, as they say. So Batman's confronted Langstrom about the fact that he might be lying about something, and he's also found the vial from Phoenix Pharmaceuticals. But Langstrom says, actually, he's just a theorist. This is the big reveal. Okay, so this is where Langstrom has come clean about the fact that he's been coming up with a formula and taking it. It's kind of horror movie esque. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He couldn't stop. Obsession. So there we go. So Langstrom has admitted that March was trying to protect him along with his wife from the formula and to try and keep him safe. So that's why March sent Bruce Wayne and Batman on an errand saying, it's starlings, it's bats, to throw him off Langstrom's scent. That transformation of Langstrom into Man Bat is still absolutely terrifying. We see him in all his glory now. The big reveal. But Batman, despite the fact that he's confronted by a meta-human, doesn't back down from him. He stands and he takes his blows. So we know this Dark Knight's made of tough stuff. He's being overpowered. Francine intervenes to save, potentially, Batman. But again, Batman determination, he's not giving up. He launches his, cable, wraps it around his legs so that he can be freed from underneath the table and keep on his tail. I love that shot of when Man-Bat's just hauling Batman around through the skies. And again, going back to the earlier scene again with the blimp, again getting something strange. "Ah, not again," says his friend. Oops, and Batman careers into the screen of the blimp after being dragged around by Man-Bat. Okay, so the GCPD are still having problems with their communication between Bullock's task force and Gordon. So Gordon has laid down the law and says that the task force cannot go without him. Oops. Gotta love it when Bullock's in some form of peril or makes himself look like an idiot. Oops. We see the famous Batman eyes wide open as Batman Bat takes him through the scaffolding of some structure, try to shake him off. Batman's still not giving up. He's just too strong. Oops. Cut him around the neck now. Here come Bullock and Gordon. They finally realized that there's actually more than one Bat, but the one that's actually been terrorizing Gotham City is this Man Bat and not Batman. So Batman's managed to subdue him, knock him out briefly, which is quite some feat because Batman is now covered in cuts on his face. So he's taken him back to the Batcave to for dinner. There's so all the chemicals that have been stolen by Langstrom have been used to create Man Bat. Now Batman's gonna try and reverse engineer it, and that's just not Batman the detective, that's Batman the human being. So we're back at Langstrom's place of work, and Batman has cured Kirk, and he's managed to flush the formula out of his system. And there you have it, episode 1. It was such a great episode to introduce characters like Batman, Man-Bat, and it's great that they went with Man-Bat rather than Joker, go down that trodden path of using the same old, but to use Langstrom and Man-Bat was just a phenomenal choice, and it worked really well. So guys, what did you think when you first saw Batman on Leather Wings? Is there anything I missed in my breakdown of it? Let me know in the comments, and we'll go on to doing the next episode in Batman the Animated Series, which is I know we're a little bit late to the party with this, but it's Christmas with the Joker. And as always, stay bold, stay backtastic, and I'll speak to you soon.